Materials: Hoshino Tanzawa French bread yeast starter, measuring cups, starter case, water, scale, bread maker machine. Measure 100 grams of water. Weigh out 50 grams of starter yeast. Mix water and starter together in a starter case and cover. Put the case in the bread maker machine. On the bread machine, press the button for Tennen Kobo menu and choose the Namadane Okoshi option. Leave it in the machine for 24 hours. The yeast is now ready. Take it out of the machine, and if it is done properly, there will be small bubbles formed in the yeast. If you taste it, it will be a little sour. Materials for the dough: rolling mat, bread card, scale, whisk, measuring cup, bowl, measuring spoons, 160 grams of water, all-purpose French flour, rye flour, dry yeast, salt, plastic wrap. Put 250 grams of flour into the bowl. Heat the 160 grams of water to 22 degrees. This will help in the fermentation process. If the water is too hot, the yeast will die. To prepare the dough, put 10 grams of starter yeast in a measuring cup and add the heated water. Measure out 1/12 of the teaspoon of dry yeast and add it in the flour and mix. This little amount of dry yeast will give the natural yeast a jump start. Add the water starter mix to the flour and stir with a rubber spatula until there is no more loose flour in the bowl. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let it sit for 30 minutes. This will promote the kneading process. Using the bread card, take the dough out of the bowl. Put some rye flour on the mat and spread it around so that it does not stick. Put the dough on the mat and knead the dough about 15 times, folding dough over on itself. Though the more you knead, the softer the bread will get. If you like softer bread, you can knead the dough more. Cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let the dough sit again for 2 hours. Using the bread card, punch the dough by folding it over on itself 4 times. Punching the dough will allow the fermentation process to proceed and increase the value of the bread. Cover with plastic wrap and let sit for 12 hours in a room that is about 22 to 25 degrees. This slow fermentation process allows the natural aroma of the bread to grow. Materials for the third dough preparation: bread card, small sieve, rye flour, bread basket, prepared dough, mat, bronze cooking sheet, steel bowl. Using the small sieve to refine the flour, but put some rye flour on the bread basket and also spread some rye flour on the mat. Put the dough on the mat. Knead the dough gently and fold in thirds into a rectangular shape. Repeat the folding with the opposite side of the dough. This will keep unwanted air out of the dough. Then, make a bowl with the dough. Put in a bread basket and sprinkle lightly through the sieve with rye flour. Cover with a towel and let sit for 1 hour so that the dough does not dry out. Place bronze cooking sheet into the oven and then place the steel bowl in the oven. The bronze sheet is especially made to distribute the heat of the oven. Preheat the oven to 300 degrees or as high as the oven goes. Materials for the final baking. Dough in a bread basket. Water in spray bottle. Knife, rye flour, paper cooking sheet. Put some rye flour on the paper cooking sheet and press the dough on it. Cook the bread by cutting shallow slices in the top of the dough in a cross pattern. Spray lightly with water in order to make the crust of the bread crunchy. Press the dough in the oven and cover with a steel bowl. The steel bowl creates a beautiful looking coop in the top of the bread. Bake for 20 minutes. Remove the bowl to allow the crust to harden and continue baking for 20 minutes. Remove the bread from the oven carefully and cool before eating. Enjoy your homemade bread with butter, honey, jam, or even just plain.